Welcome back, everyone, to Syria, and this time we are going to take on Jordan, the lovely state of Jordan, and we'll see if we can deal a death blow to them. Yeah, my plan is to... Oh, let's just talk about how I reorganized my army after the Civil War. So I have line forces, that would be forces with, like, a lot of things in it. Like, for example, as you can see, this division has 5,000 troops. Its combat width is 40, etc., etc. These guys are 4,000 and then 24 combat width. You know, these are guys that can take damage and fight on, whereas these are the experienced units, the special forces, etc., Republican Guard brigades, but they're small in size. So I've, you know, just kind of concentrated them into one area because these guys are not gonna really stand fight all that well. And then I have my militias that are still around. I'm still not sure what to do to them. These guys are still like just the regular militias. Some of them are just one militia, some of them are 3 battalions, but I'm still not really, still don't really know what I'm gonna do with them again. So my idea is to surround the people in this little town, Ruwaishid. And to do that, well, we'll see. I'm still not quite sure how the combat width mechanic works in modern day 4. But hey, we'll try our best. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to concentrate my attacks into 2 neighborhoods, and apparently this is a mountain province. Well, I should have looked at this before then, shouldn't have. That's not great, but I have my Air Force helping out, and it doesn't look like Jordan is using their Air Force, so that is amazing. Yep, both air zones are under my control, so getting the aircraft into play should help, and apparently, well, Russia and Iran want to help out. That's fine, honestly. That's fine, indeed. Nothing really problematic for me. Also, what's helping me out is the fact that they kind of wasted their units into attacks. So that is quite okay. I'm going to attack Irbid so that these enemy units can't really come and reinforce Al-Mafraq. And hopefully I can use my air power to win this conflict. This should be doable. I just need to get extra dudes in to help out with Irbid, because otherwise they're going to come in and send reinforcements to Al-Mafraq. Although this seems like it's pretty much inevitable, but our troops have managed to break through this eastern province, so once I can get my guys into here, unfortunately they are sending reinforcements, but once I can break this, I'm going to be in a great position, because then these guys are going to get surrounded. Of course, this needs to happen relatively quickly, and so far it isn't. It looks like the combat width is around 120. So that's pretty okay. That means a lot of my units can participate in the fight, and as you can see, while we're not particularly doing a lot of damage to these guys with our ground troops, our Air Force is coming in very handy. Unfortunately, it seems like their troops are rotating in and out, which is really, really annoying. I dislike seeing that. Yeah, this battle is going to have to be called off a little bit. And also Lend-Lease. Yeah, sure. Honestly, I'm pretty fine with that. Let's put on the Tiger forces. They're special forces, so they should be good at fighting in the mountains as well, but it appears as if the terrain is really, really slowing us down. However, as you can see, thanks to the changes to my units, they're now able to stand the fight much longer and take less casualties, which is pretty much what we've been looking for this entire time. And it looks like that Airborne Division is going to fall to us. Come on. We are so close to getting into this position. You can basically see the enemy forces over there. And, well, we still got our planes working to destroy enemy units. Now they also have planes themselves, and it doesn't look like they're coming in to Syria itself. So let's send in our air superiority fighters south. Come on, just stop attacking me, please. Okay. Wow, they continue to attack me with like one unit. That's very annoying. We need to get our guys into position. And they might... No, good. We have surrounded them. Perfect. So that's most of the not Yemeni. Most of the Jordanian army. And they're now gone. Excellent, excellent. That was exactly the plan. So now we're gonna delete all orders, just to make sure that nothing strange happens. What we're gonna do is have our line forces do this. Our special forces are going to rally up here and push to Amman so that we can surround the enemies in Al-Mafraq and Irbid. Especially because these two provinces down here are desert. They're not mountain. So it's going to be very, very possible to attack them and avoid suffering heavy casualties on our actual line troops as well. And our militias are just going to come in and help. They're not the main striking forces. So, of course, we suffered... the war in Yemen has ended, actually. So with the Hadi-led government reduced to rubble, the Houthi cause has found itself at the forefront of Yemen's future leadership. As was their goal, the Houthis has managed to drive Salafism and devotion to Western ideologies from the region, and those who have fought for it, as the Al-Qaeda and coalition forces, lie in ruin. Oh, and those who fought for it, as the Al-Qaeda and coalition forces, lie in ruin. Now with the full responsibility of leading Yemen into the future, the Houthi government has begun the process of transforming it from its interim state, and they have embarked on the process of rebuilding the country. The Saudi coalition has withdrawn from the region and has rendered Operation Restoring Hope a complete and utter failure. So, socialist Yemen apparently has been established by the Houthis. I would have imagined that they would have kept being Houthi Yemen, but yeah, now they have the flag of like the Socialist Republic of South Yemen, I believe it was. I believe it was South Yemen during the Cold War. There was like a South Yemen and a North Yemen. I don't exactly remember. Algeria wants to give us artillery. That's fine. Anyway, yeah, the main... it's interesting that I only took 911 casualties. That is really the virtue, I think, of this like heavily mechanized type of division with 40 whiff. Because look at this. Tank battalions, motorized infantry, self-propelled artillery, armored infantry. This is not a soft combination. Like, these units are, well, these units are not very hard. That's the point. The very hard units are my line forces that can take a lot of damage. These guys have 53% hardness. So, it does not really matter how much soft attack the enemy has, they're going to still take some pretty nasty casualties. So at this point, we might as well just wait and let our guys get their plan preparation up, just to avoid casualties, because there's no point in pushing up too quickly. Even though it's funny because like the Russians and the Iranians are managing to get some pushes going, just going in with the support of my air force, so that's pretty okay. Now our forces are almost into position. Really now. For some reason, the Asad Allah al-Ghalib force was not assigned to any order, which is weird. Okay, here we are. So we've got this. Okay, that's even better. They have just failed an attack against us. So the only problem right now is going to be that these attacks are going to be coming in frontally, but that's fine. Oh, these are actually the special forces. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 2-2. And then we are going to have our line forces support them. Like this. Of course, some units over here are not going to be engaged in combat. Ooh. All units are engaged in combat. That's pretty great. Let's send the Tiger forces in to help. And the militias in as backup. Great. Look at this. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Now I'm just going to try to push ahead towards Amman. Now, south, however, we're going to have the Tiger forces attack towards Ma'an. We're going to have the militias covering the flank, even though there's probably nobody there. We're going to have the Syrian Army Division attack Tafiela. And we're going to have these other units. Some of them, they're going to hold the fort in the rear, and some of them are going to support. Unfortunately, it looks like the militias are the fastest units. So, well, that does kind of make a little bit of sense, actually. I mean, they're a light unit, so it makes sense that they're fast. But yeah, they're not going to be able to take Amman by themselves. So we're just going to be... Oh yeah, you're trying to attack, but that's not a good idea. Yeah, no. Of course, all the lines over here are being extremely confusing, but that's fine. We've been going down the industry route, which is, of course, like what you'd want to do. And there we are. I feel like we can go for Madaba and Tafiela. Just kind of keeping the enemy busy and attacking with every force available to slow them down. 28 days, 5 days, and 25 days. So we should be able to get there first before them. Excellent. Then we're going to send them some backup. Oh, well, okay. Might as well just do this and this. Perfect. That's what I like to see. I think the entirety of southern Jordan is going to fall to us right now with this push. Of course, here they come, and actually that's enough to capitulate them. Didn't even need to attack Amman and take heavy casualties. So, we will take all states, I believe. Yes. That is by far not optimal, but might as well do it. I want to see how the game punishes me for this kind of aggressive behavior. So we've defeated Jordan. Now we actually have a dockyard, which is interesting. We have 80 convoys, so we don't really need to produce convoys. How about Russia is the person that likes me the most, so how about you lend-lease me some corvettes? I believe that's all I can really hope to produce in any like good length of time. Corvettes 1985 maybe? No, I believe 1975. Ooh, not even 1975. Yeah, I would have to... I mean, 1965, I already have a 1965 Corvette that I can produce. So no, seems like it's not gonna happen, which is unfortunate. But, oh well, just, then I guess we produce some 1965 Corvettes. That is okay. And, well, we have a 4th military factory. Wow. So good. Well, one thing that we could do, we don't have any transport helicopters. That's sad. Is there anything that we need to replenish first? Main battle tanks. We have lost a fair amount of main battle tanks. However, we do have some apparently stored M60s that we're apparently not sending to the front line. So yes, main battle tanks, yeah, we have enough. Self-propelled artillery. Yeah, that's something that I was looking into before. Oh, we actually have free transport aircraft. Good. See, because what I was thinking is that airborne forces would be very, very effective. And yeah, I guess I need to build some self-propelled artillery. I wonder if I need literally self-propelled artillery or MLRSs are fine. Because the icon over here shows an MLRS. Like, if you can check this out. Where is it? Where are you? Yeah, like over here. So I wonder if MLRSs are fine. Or if I need to actually just produce SP art. So let's check this out. Self-propelled artillery. Self-propelled artillery. Armored recce, self-propelled air defense, heavy engineer battalion, armored marine infantry, tank battalion, artillery battery, self-propelled artillery battery, light mechanized company, motorized. I don't see MLRSs anywhere as a unit. So I'm guessing that, and I don't see any MLRSs over here either. Ultimate test. Let's check out if some of our army divisions have MLRS equipment. Yeah, self-propelled artillery is Grads. Okay, good. So I'm guessing that's the MLRSs are better at dealing with enemy infantry, maybe? Who knows? Let's check this out. So SP artillery. 11 breakthrough, 17 defense, and 24 soft attack. 17 breakthrough, 29 defense, and 19 soft attack. Okay, so artillery has better attack stats, so it does more damage, but it's worse at providing defensive stats. I'm guessing because it's supposed to be like, okay, rockets just kind of barrage an area and give a lot of area denial. Whereas normal artillery is more like a precision support weapon. So do I want more breakthrough, or do I want more... or do I want more damage? Well, are units stronger at defending themselves or at attacking? I'm thinking that by that small soft attack stats, they'd rather attack better. Yep, I would think so. I think our forces need more soft attack and more hard attack as well. So let's shop around for some self-propelled artillery. I wonder if Russia is going to give it to me. Right now, our SP art is 1965, so that would be the Nana or Akatsia level. Well, let's see if the 1975 is going to be there. That's, of course, 2005, which is not going to happen. Why do I not see a 1975 tech? I have no idea. Really now? It goes from 1965 to 1985 without the 1975 version? This is the engineer tank. Oh, hold on. Where is the self-propelled artillery? Airborne APC. So it's not from the tanks that you research self-propelled artillery. It's from this. Haha. Okay. So it does make... Oh, the T-34S. Isn't that like the T-34 with a howitzer on it? Interesting. So it's actually, yeah, 1965 to 1985. Okay. Well, let's check out the 1985 one. 1985 self-propelled artillery. This is all MLRSs. Where is the SP art? It's the Masta, but they don't want to give it to me. Dicks. Well, what about the 1985 Smerch? Nope. That's sad. They just don't want to give it to me. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to produce our own. That's fine. Let's get ahead and produce the SP artillery. T-34Ss. We don't have enough oil, really, now. When we have oil, it's just that we don't have enough. It seems like we're exporting too much of it. We export 4. Wait, hold on. That's the... oh, no. Okay, right. I don't care about the Corvette as much as I do self-propelled artillery guns. Now, after Jordan has been defeated, the country that I was thinking of invading first was Iraq. But the problem with Iraq is that they're emerging. And I'm still emerging as well. So things are not going to go well with that because we cannot declare war on emerging countries. We cannot justify on them. Well, Turkey, of course, we cannot declare war on because NATO. Lebanon is an option. The problem is, well... See, the problem with Lebanon, it's that it's a very, very narrow front line. So I'm thinking it's going to be pretty damn hard to deal with them. That's the same thing with Hezbollah, but Hezbollah is emerging, so we cannot go after them. And also they're part of the resistance axis, so it's best to leave them alone because if we try to fight them, Iran is going to come after us. So that just leaves either, well, Kurdistan or Lebanon. Kurdistan has a similar problem to Lebanon in that there's just a very, very tiny choke point that they can defend. They have less problems, though, than Lebanon because their choke point is desert, so it's easier to attack. And their armed forces as a whole should also be weaker. So next up is going to be Kurdistan. Definitely. I'm still not sure what to do with my militias. For now, I'm just going to keep them in Tartus. Well, half of them in Tartus and half of them in Aqaba, just to be like coastal defense. Nobody's really wanting to attack us for now, but hey. We could attack Cyprus. I believe the SSMP does claim Cyprus. Yeah. Even though I feel like that's the one that makes the least sense. We could also attack Palestine. Apparently Palestine's guaranteed by Turkey, though. Yeah. Hold on. If I attack Palestine and Turkey attacks me, will they call in... Yeah, I think they will call in NATO. That's sad. Because I was thinking they could be a way to get a war goal on Turkey without NATO getting involved, but unfortunately that's not how the way it's gonna work. Looks like Jordan is already fully developed. We can't develop it further. But hey, it does increase our industrial capacity up to 11, so it's 6 civilian factories and 4 military factories. Okay, that was, I believe we are upgrading our ATGMs and stuff. So that was, hold on, artillery. Trying to get the new manpads. With our Air Force, we're gonna have to go to Iraq. Yeah, to that air zone. Our Air Force is also starting to run low on fighters, so we're gonna have to replenish it one day. But that one day is not now. Well, we've got quite a lot of political power. We can go to fast growth. That's great. And after that, economic boom. Just like maximum stimulate our economy. That's the kind of sad part about Hearts of Iron 4. You don't really have a lot of options to actually simulate economies. And right now, it seems like Kurdistan has a lot of forces, but most of these forces are, well, half strength. So they took a lot of heavy losses in their little war with either Iraq or ISIS, or they did something to lose a lot of equipment. That's sad for them. That is very sad for them. Whereas we are, well, we're almost full with a lot of our equipment. In fact, we're more than full with a lot of our equipment. We just have problems with the artillery stuff. And also I created this like infantry division template, which is just going to be like a cheap but big division. I added it to my line forces. So as you can see, for example, like this Syrian, okay, 137th Artillery Brigade, it used to just be like one light infantry with a few bits of artillery. That does not really work in Hearts of Iron, so what I decided to do was just have a lot of infantry to cover them, to cover the artillery, which is going to do all the hard work, hopefully. And this is like a more traditional Hearts of Iron division, which, considering how poor we are, is going to be, you know, something that we have to deal with. I guess we can also increase our special forces in some way. Like, the Special Forces division is very efficient for 10 combat width. But it's not very fast, actually, because the Special Forces are slow? It's the Special Forces that are slow, I think. It's always a bit of a problem finding the maximum speed of units. Let's see. Am I an idiot, or do I just not see the speed of you guys? Yep, it is them. They are slow, which is sad. You'd think that Special Forces would be fast, but no, they aren't. Motorized Militia, on the other hand, that's a fast unit. Well, one thing that I was kind of thinking about is starting to get some specialized infantry, airborne and marines. And it seems like it's very possible. Seems like it's very possible. So let's... This would be for just light marines, right? Yeah, marine light infantry. Light air assault infantry. And this is airborne light infantry. I wonder what the difference between air assault and light infantry are. Okay, so the light air assault infantry... So the assault infantry has less defense breakthrough, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this one... Okay, so the light air assault infantry is helicopters, whereas airborne light infantry is just infantry that you load into transport planes. I see. I see. So, for example, if I try to deploy my... Hold the fort. If I try to deploy my transport helicopters, I don't have transport helicopters, I have transport planes. Haha. Okay, so that's the difference between transport helicopters and transport planes. Right. Okay, so let's see. If I were to do something like... If I were to do something like this... For some reason, I don't think this unit is working correctly. Because it says it's a very slow unit. I mean, it's an air assault unit with helicopters. So you'd think it would be very, very fast. And it doesn't appear like it's got any attack either. So no, that thing is kind of broken. Oh well. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Militia division. Wow, okay. That's a scary little thing. Go away. Don't care. Yeah, about getting a marine division. So what do we have a lot of? We have quite a few armored personnel carriers right now. We have a bit of self-propelled AA. We're actually missing CNC equipment. We have enough artillery. Fine. Okay, so let's produce, instead of artillery, CNC equipment. So we have C3. Let's see if we can get anything better. There's quite a bit of micromanagement involved in this mod. Of what you produce and stuff. That's, of course, a lot of transport helicopters. Don't care about those. We've established that they're pretty useless. C3I Star. Aw. Literally 70-70. Well, I guess we just kind of wait a few. We just kind of wait a few days. We're improving relations with them, so... Since we're improving relations, we should be... You know, should be gaining a Apparently not. Well, asking military access improved relations. And now they will. Okay. Just needed a tiny extra bit. And with that, we can start producing some more C3I Star equipment. That is okay. The problem is it seems to require technology metals, which we do not have. Oh well. I guess production is going to be a little bit slower than it could be. And now we can go with economic boom. So that's going to improve our production speed, or construction speed, by quite a bit. Wow, that is a lot of divisions. That is a crap load of divisions. 50 divisions on the border for Kurdistan. Damn, 51. They don't want to stop. Yeah, I guess something that we're gonna have to do is be kind of careful about these guys. Might as well send in the militias to help plug some gaps. Because you never fucking know what these guys will try to do. Wait, hold on. No, not Mosul. Something like that. Just to get the plan preparation bonus. That's always useful. And yet more civilian factories. Amazing. You know, why do these guys never use strategic redeployment? That's beyond me. Really beyond me. Yeah, we've also got this, like, lovely private military company template, which is just like a heavily specialized unit with just good stats overall. The problem is their combat width is kind of weird. And right now the SSMP is growing in popularity. They might win the elections if we, you know, if I don't get a coup until then. They should be able to win the elections, and maybe they're... Well, actually seems like they've basically still made it at 40% popularity, whereas the Baath is at 46%. So, yes, it's gonna take until 2021 until we can get these guys into power. I'm guessing that I'm gonna have the option of selecting them in the elections, so... That's the whole shebang. Damn. Still taking a while to justify the war goal. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it for now. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you soon. And next time, I'm going to skip ahead, and we're going to be in the middle of the invasion of Kurdistan, hopefully. I'll see you soon. Have a nice one.